other thing they're having a conniption about is that Donald Trump dismissed white privilege. Good.
Wait, what?
Yeah, listen to this.
Wait.
You didn't hear that?
He dismissed white privilege?
White privilege.
This guy, man.
Right?
This guy.
I know.
Dismissing white privilege?
Yeah. Some people probably don't even believe he did dismiss white privilege, but he did. They're right about that part of it. Listen to this. This is a conversation.
I'm really upset.
Between Bob Woodward. Why President Trump agreed to talk to this guy, I'll never know.
It was only 18 times. Don't worry about it.
18! But here was part of that conversation.
Hey, but let me ask you this. I mean, we share one thing in common. We're white, privileged, my father was a lawyer and a judge in Illinois, and we know what your dad did.
Right. Now listen to this. Just as matter of fact as you please, I'm just stating fact here.
Because Woodward's laying the groundwork.
Yes.
I mean, they're both white privilege.
Right.
Trying to cover him.
Trying to show him
that
they're two, rich white guys and they don't deserve any of it.
And do you have any sense that that privilege has isolated and put you in a cave to a certain extent? As it put me, and I think lots of white privileged people, in a cave, and that we have to
it put you in a cave?
Work our way out of it to understand the anger and the pain particularly black people feel in this country.
Right.
You really drank the Kool-Aid, didn't you? Listen to you. Wow.
Look at you.
No, I don't feel that at all.
I love that response.
That's awesome.
Again.
Wait a minute. I mean, I hate him for it because he dismissed white privilege.
That is why we elected the guy.
Yes.
Because, no, I'm not going to accept your... That's ridiculous. Boy, you really drank the Kool-Aid, didn't you? That is fantastic.
That's awesome. That's exactly... You're right. That's exactly why we elected him.
That's why we elected him.
Because everybody knows he's Donald Trump, the billionaire.
Right.
That's what we liked about him.
I don't have to accept your premise that I didn't earn it because I built a business. Did I get some money from my dad? Yes.
Yep.
But I made something out of it far beyond what he did. So, no, I don't accept your...
I've had 18 beautiful wives. I've got beautiful kids. I've got beautiful... I live in New York in a beautiful penthouse in my own building.
You know what? I've seen very many. A lot of black people and Hispanics and Asians do the same thing I did, too. So, no, don't come to me with your white privilege nonsense. Shut up.
That is awesome.
So great.
But that's definitely a reason to hate him, man.
No, the left. I mean, CNN's doing stories on Trump dismisses white privilege. Good. And? What is he supposed to do? Skulk in the corner over it?
Not even. There was no either dancing around it either. I love that.
Yeah, that's great.
Just
flat out great.
No?
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 That deserves to be played again, actually.
Yes, that was awesome.
The long buildup of white privilege and then his succinct answer is fantastic.
Hey, but let me ask you this. I mean, we share...
I know we're recording this, so I'm going to play this back later.
We're white privilege. My father was a lawyer and a judge in Illinois, and we know what your dad did.
You know what? I'm white. My dad was a janitor at night. He had 2 jobs. He was a Mountain Bell telephone foreman in the day, and he worked as a janitor at night while my mom worked at the hospital. 3 jobs between them with their white privilege.
Thank you.
Stick your white privilege up your rectum.
Thank you.
Right directly up your rectum.
My mother was a telephone operator for 40 years for Michigan Bell, and my father worked at a warehouse.
Yeah, they worked damn hard and made $28,000 a year between them.
Right, we lived in
all 3 jobs combined.
Right,
$28,000.
The house that we lived in the city, I shared a room with my brother, with bunk beds.
I believe
with the privilege.
I believe my bedroom growing up was about 10 square feet.
But you had a separate bedroom?
No, I shared it with my big brother for a long time.
That you don't
Although
have
he's
privilege.
almost 8 years older than I am, so he was gone for a while. But for a while, Yes, we shared the bedroom.
Okay.
Of 10 square feet.
Because if you had a room all to yourself, man, you're lying to us.
I didn't until I was probably,
Wow.
I don't know, 12.
Wow.
When I was 12, I did. I had white privilege, had my own bedroom.
Okay.
All 10 square feet to myself.
I'll never forget when we moved into a house where I had my own bedroom. Oh, it was awesome.
So sick of it. I'm so sick of this. Like, if you're white, you don't know any problems. And I don't pretend to know what black people go through, but neither do they know what I went through.
Thank you.
So, I mean, we're pretty much on equal footing there. Stop with this nonsense, would you please? And again, that's why this Trump response is so great.
And do you have any sense that privilege has isolated and put you in a cave to a certain extent? Is it put me and I think lots of white privileged people in a cave, and that we have to work our way out of it to understand the anger and the pain, particularly black people feel in this country?
You really drank the Kool-Aid, didn't you? Listen to you. Wow.
Listen to you.
I don't feel that at all.
Listen to you.
I don't feel that at all. And I will say this proves another example, too.
Brilliant.
That, they try to say that Trump is aloof and doesn't listen to any of these people, any of these meetings. Mm-hmm. And every time I meet someone who's met Donald Trump says that that's not true. That he is focused on what people are saying and is remarking and commenting on what's going on in that room. And that's another proof. And there's an interview. I mean, Bob Woodward's rambling on, blah, 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 blah. I'm looking online to another story as he's asking me this white privilege living in a cave question. And Trump is right there with him, and he gets done, no? What are you talking about?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's agonizing.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is.
Just
so thank you, President Trump.
No kidding.